Welcome back to YouTube, my channel, the Hotshot Haven. It's me again, Jonathan, coming to bring you a little more insight on this hotshot game, this hotshot business, hotshot trucking, CDL, non-CDL. I primarily concentrate on the non-CDL, but just coming here to bring you some things that I think people fail to touch on about this hotshot game. First and foremost, I gotta say that for years, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't the best of individuals, if you know what I mean, and so I'm not gonna get into a lot of my past or nothing like that, but I say this, I strive daily, to talk to people that I know, that I know are willing to work, need a second chance in life, things like that. I encourage them, get out of certain businesses, get out of certain situations if it's possible, and come out here and get on the road and get to the money, you know what I mean? But with that being said, I encourage people to do this, but I never fail to mention the downsides to this stuff. It's a lot of them, and I've been fortunate enough to maneuver my way around a whole lot of situations that have put a whole lot of people in the hole and out of business, especially with these last 5, 6, 7 months, with these rates and the market, spot market changing, even direct shippers changing, people renegotiating contracts based on futures that they foresee with this market and all that stuff, trucking companies not buying trucks at the rate they were, things like that happening, you know what I'm saying? But, first thing everybody always, want to talk about is the money. And I mean, it's a real serious part of what's going on, because, we ain't out here because this stuff look good. It look good, but we ain't out here because of that. We out here because, we're trying to get an honest, decent wage for our time and for our families, especially with the amount of time that we spend away from home. And one of the first things I want to talk about, I got a small little list right here. It's just a little cheat sheet. People gonna tell you, hey man, you get out there, man, 6 months, a year, you gonna be rich. That's a lie. I don't know no other way to put it. You watch whoever channel you want to watch, and watch them put their selective videos up of what they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not down in anybody's channel or any of their content, but I'm gonna just say this. In order to get viewers, you know what I'm saying, at a certain point in time, they have to digress upon themselves and go back over the bad things. But to attract the attention to their pages, attention to their channel and their content, most of the time you see a lot of prosperity videos. It's a few of them where, things happen bad and they teach you a lesson, or, they expound on some things that could help you. But for the most part, if you look at a lot of content, that's not informative, it's more of just a snapshot of certain things, it can be very deceiving. And I say this about people that got 20, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. It ain't what it look like. And hey, call them, let them know. I ain't calling no name, but I'm gonna say this: the people that in these situations right now, they know who they are. Out here. And the first thing people tell y'all, man, you gonna make 100 grand, 150,000 the first year, man. You gonna gross that automatic. Ain't no way around it. Well, tell me why all these sit-ups on these marketplaces and Facebook and eBay and Amazon, car gurus, all type of truck and trailer auction pages, with all these setups, hundreds. It ain't no 20 or 30 setups. I'm talking like a couple hundred. Hotshot setups, big rig setups, and stuff like this coming up for sale for pennies on the dollar now. It's real. This stuff gets serious where people just take whatever they can take to get out of this. And I'm gonna tell you from my experience, I did good. and continue to do good consistently. When I say I do good, I mean I do well. Yeah, I speak grammatically correctly, but at the same time, I did well and continue to do well. I did that 150,000. I ain't even through my first year. I did that 150 plus. And got more on the trailer, and we got a couple months, about a month and a half before we just get to the 1 year mark. And to be honest with you, the way things that happened and picked up, and the way I run mine, because I'm solo, I do all this stuff myself. I dispatch myself. I mean, I call and talk to these people myself, what most people aren't willing to do. And wonder why in the midst of paying everybody to do all this stuff you could possibly do yourself, if you'll take the time, you can't see your money. And I'm gonna say it like this: it don't matter if you gross 100,000, if you ain't bring home but 10, because you gave it all away. I did well, and gonna continue to do well, and I can be vouched for by many. And to be honest with you, don't have to be vouched for by any, because I'm living this life. I'm bringing y'all content based up on my experiences, you know what I'm saying, trying to help a lot of people, not just jump off this cliff, because I've seen people do this. Now, the second thing I'm going to say that leads and contributes to a whole lot of people going under is not having a strategic plan of how they're going to go about acquiring the clientele, acquiring the freight. Because it's a lot of people out here, and people that just normal guys that haven't done anything like this, even people that drive rigs, they think that, oh, I could just get a 25, 3500, whatever, F350, 450, and a trailer, and give me some Allstate or some State Farm insurance, and give me a little trailer policy, and I could book it. No. So first thing first is do your research. Know what you're getting into. And for God's sake, if you can keep from going to the bank or going somewhere and getting 60, 70, 80,000, 100,000. I know people that have started this stuff off $120,000 in debt before they even found their first shipper. You know? So, I mean, it's a lot of people want to jump off into this, but they don't really know the pitfalls. You know? So the second thing on the list would be overextending yourself without knowing what are the consequences for putting yourself out here like that. You know what I'm saying? I got people that I know personally. They you know, more or less they glamorize being out 2 and 3 and 4 weeks at a time, chasing a dollar. I'm at home every weekend. I got obligations. I got a family. I play the organ for a couple of churches. One in my home, one near my hometown, Brandon, out there in Jackson. Then I go back to my hometown in Greenwood from time to time and get a service in. Or I may perform my duties as the grand organist for the state of Mississippi, MW Street Grand Lodge, F&A. I might have to do that one weekend. I'm not finna be sitting in somebody's truck stop and yada, 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 waiting on a dispatcher that I'm paying to have me sit. Nope. You know, and not understanding that just because you saw somebody go get their authority, which I did from the very beginning, and break out here on their own, you know, and become successful at what they're doing, and everybody think they can just run and go do it. I ain't discouraging nobody. Anybody want to do it, call, tell, ask me about it. I tell you everything you ever wanted to know about doing it, everything you need to do it. But guess what? I can't give you the game. I can't give you the game. You know, it really, to be honest, it's to be experienced and not told. So a selective few you might tell, give pointers, which I do here all the time. But if you really want to get in depth about what I do, you'll continue to watch this channel and check out these videos, because what I do boggles the mind. I have highly credited people that are on YouTube that have channels and stuff that they've actually taken the time out of their business schedule while we running this freight all around the country to meet up and sit down and break bread and have some great conversations, learn a whole lot of things from each other, and just sit down and really chop it up business to business and comparisons and different things like that. And I have yet to run across a person that have not been shocked and amazed at what I've been able to accomplish in the last 10 and a half months. And it's absolutely a blessing. I thank God for it all, but the dedication that you put forth in this is going to trump all that shine and what look good and everything. I'm going to tell you this. I come out here with a 06 Dodge Ram 2500 28-foot gooseneck, and in 4.5 months, it was paid off. 5.5 months, I'm in a second truck. And we multiplying like that. I ain't come out here and get no 2, 3, 4 trucks from the door, swamp myself in a whole mess of bills and all that stuff, and not even know what this stuff was gonna do. So there it is, your research. That's key. And some good sources, man. You know, YouTube is good to learn about this stuff, but don't base your business plan off what anyone else is doing. I don't care what they channel says. Do your own research. Watch the videos, learn what you can learn, but do your research for what's going to work for you. Because a lot of what people are talking about out here on YouTube about this load pays this much a mile and yada, yada, yada. If you watch any of my other videos, I don't care what it pays a mile. It's about time versus money. Can this be done in 24 hours? Can I make that band and get it off the trailer for the day over with? First thing tomorrow morning. That's my only concern. Efficiency, time versus money, and operating at a profit past my operating cost. You know what I'm saying? That's the basic to everything. Knowing your number. You know what I'm saying? So knowing your numbers is a big part of the research. How you gonna come out here and even expect to know what to charge if you don't know what it costs to do the job? Don't just come out here because you see somebody doing this on a daily basis and they trailer stay loaded and it seems like they get to take a lot of money home, because you don't know what type of bills these people got. I know people that got $15,000 worth of bills every month, not including diesel, because they jumped out here sideways. And you know, it look good because, yeah, I get to stunt the money. I'm going to take pictures with it. I'm going to have gang of bread and all that. That ain't their money. That ain't them people money, man. That's the bank money. That's these people you owe these notes to money. I don't owe a soul. I don't owe a soul. First year, we about to wrap it up in the books. I'm going to be at 200 and I don't owe a soul. Only thing I pay is insurance, and guess what? We knocked it out by the year. My first 3 months I was in business, by the end of that first 3 months, my insurance was paid in full for the whole 12 months. I ain't paid insurance in so long. When I added this other truck, we knocked it out. It wasn't even 6 months left on the policy. We knocked it out. You know, because it's about being able to profit. It'd be great. I could say I did 300,000 this year. If I took home 40 grand off 300,000, it's nothing. I could have stayed at home. I wasted my time. I could have went on in a factory and made 40 grand and been a supervisor or something. That anybody could do that, you know. So don't overextend yourself and jump out here just because you see, you know, what looks like or the appearance of a whole lot of money. Let me just let you in on this secret right here. Major carriers, mega carriers, 2,000 trucks, 3,000 trucks. At the end of the year, after they get through breaking everything down, they operating on 16 to 22, somewhere around that percent profit. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of tough. You got to do a lot of volume to maintain that percentage of profit and really make a lot of money. You know, you just got to do a lot of moves, and that's what they do. They run tons of trucks in tons of directions. They drop trailers everywhere. They all that stuff, and that's profitable. But just think about this. I ran 10 and a half months now, going on 11. And have stayed consistently, I'm talking consistently, at about 47.5% profit margin on everything I've done. And that's including everything. I count what they don't count, because I'm the mechanic, I'm the dispatcher, I'm all that stuff that you normally have to pay for. I buy parts at a discounted price. I fix my own. All that goes into the pot of what I made. So it's to the point where the more you can do yourself, or the more you're able to do, and the more you understand about each facet of what's going on out here, the more profitable you can be, because you don't have to pay anyone. You know, I discourage people from coming out and just thinking they're just gonna start a company. They're gonna get a dispatcher, they're gonna hire a driver and just sit back and watch the money fall in place and everything flow in. You're gonna go out of business. That's point blank, period. I'm gonna be honest with you. You think you're gonna just get a truck and a trailer, sit back and not do nothing, let somebody else find your loads, let somebody else do all your carrier packages, let somebody else be in charge of bidding on everything you run, and you think you're gonna be at your maximum efficiency? Can't nobody work this like you can work it. And I instill that in anybody I talk to. If you want to get this money, you really want to be profitable, put the work in. Do like I do. Get up at 5 o'clock every morning, because you know freight moving on the other side of the country. It's 7 o'clock in California. I'm in Central Time. Them people are up. And they loads are not centralized all on the West Coast. It's brokers in California, Nevada, Ohio, Utah, all type of places. They broker loads in Florida. You know, so that's a whole nother video right there, just in strategizing what to do and how to do it when it doesn't seem to be any freight moving. Can you make something move? Yeah, I can, and have done it every day since I've been out here. You know, I have a couple of people that I can get direct shipments from, but they don't move every day. It ain't 100% consistent. I work off the board, spot market, all that type of good stuff. That's what's been holding me down, because I have a proven method of getting this stuff done and reaching the amount of volume and the amount of profit that I've been trying to get from the beginning, and have surpassed it. It's cool. It's cool stuff, man. To be honest with you. But that's the point right there. Not overextending yourself. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself in a bad position without doing the research. Next in the video series out here on the Hotshot Haven, one of the other pitfalls that I see a lot of is leasing to unknown companies. And I'm not just gonna say unknown like nobody knows them or they're not big, because there's some small companies out there kicking butt. I'm talking about plain and simple. They doing numbers, and I'm one of them. And the thing about it is, when I say leasing to an unknown company, I mean it's unknown to you. If you sit and do your research and not jump on the first thing smoking, because you first coming out, you found out that you got your authority, and for the first 3 months don't nobody want to let you pull a load because, hey, it's brand new, your insurance brand new, you don't have enough experience. It is what it is, you know. But, you know, doing your due diligence, because at the end of the day, this is your company that's going to make or break a big portion of your life. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand this stuff right here could put you in financial ruin if it doesn't go right. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of expenses involved and a lot of responsibilities involved, especially if you have your own authority in running this operation the way it needs to be ran. Leasing to an unknown company that's unknown to you, and you don't do your research, who are they to tell you that they have consistent freight? I need to see some ledgers. I want to see some paperwork. Who are they to tell me they average this on a truck your size every week? Who are they to tell me that? Can you show me something that's verifiable that you didn't make up? Can you show me something that's dated and has a long string of history? Give me a year's worth of report of just give me 4 or 5 trucks that you run and of my size, so I can do a comparison. Then I'm gonna go shop around. I'm gonna shop 2 or 3 companies, you know, and see what their rate is to lease on, what percentage they want. You know what I'm saying? What all does the company that you lease on to pay for? Are they responsible for your tags or your insurance, or half of your insurance, none of your insurance? You know, are they gonna do the IFCA for you? Are you responsible for that? You know, it's a lot of things you have to consider, because there's a lot of fees involved with leasing on the companies and getting paid? You know, are you gonna use a factoring company? Are you gonna wait on your money? What's a good percentage to be paying these people for getting you your money early? You know, all that type of stuff. You know, it comes into play when you talk about leasing on to a company and all that stuff. And just myself personally, I believe if you're gonna go into business and do something, you should go into it wholeheartedly. Half-ass efforts reap half-ass results. I mean, that's just what it is. The work, I say it a lot, the work is gonna tell on us all. You know, I can get on here and talk about what I've done or how much money I made and this, and we're gonna get to some video series. My wife don't want me to do it, but I really want to just about put you in my business, because it's a lot of flogging going on out here in these streets. There's a whole lot of flogging going on this Facebook with these Hotshot pages, these people making claims and stuff, don't even have a truck. Talking about what can be done, what's possible, what's good and what's not good, and what they ain't gonna run, and how much they make a mile. A lot of these people lying. They lying. And I know they lying because the same people that talk that stuff 3-4 months ago, 5-6 months ago, they trying to find somewhere to go. They trying to lease on to a company, take some of that burden off themselves, and put the responsibility of what they have built in somebody else's hand, because it become too overwhelming for them because they've been running their operation incorrectly. The benefits of investment. All of this is an investment. Even though you're a worker, but you're working for yourself. But all this stuff is an investment, y'all. Investment on time. That's why I pride myself in paying stuff off really, really fast. Because I knew that if all this didn't work, everything that I had researched was a lie. And I couldn't get this stuff to do what it does right now. Getting stuff paid off really, really fast will put me in a position where if it didn't work, stuff was going downhill, my house wasn't going to be in jeopardy. My personal vehicles and all this stuff, these trucks wasn't going to be in jeopardy. I just have a title to some stuff that I can sell. You know, and it's a terrible feeling to be in a business that's sucking you dry and you can't make no money, but you can't sell none of this stuff, nor can you stop paying for any of this stuff without getting your credit wrecked for 2 or 3 or 4. Some people got 5-year notes. Ooh, man, don't do it. Some people got 4 and 5 and 6-year notes on trucks that ain't gonna last but 2 or 3 years. You know, it's crazy, but you know, and you hear a lot of people, I'm upside down on my lease or my loan. I'm upside down on it. Your terms was too long to begin with. You weren't being realistic. These trucks are tools. They great. They do what they supposed to do, but they're tools. They're expendable. They have a shelf life of maybe 3 years. Good maintenance. Guy like me that take care of his stuff personally and can keep an eye on some stuff may get 4 to 5 years out of that truck and that same engine. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even longer. But at the end of the day, we know that these trucks are tools. They're not personal. Ain't nothing sentimental about these trucks to me. It's just the point where when it's time to work, it works. When it doesn't work, it's time to go. And having a 4 or 5 year note on one of these trucks doesn't afford you the option to let it go. Now you got to keep that raggedy truck and work on it, fix it, drop a new motor in and do all that. Meanwhile, still paying a note and insurance, you know. So all that type of stuff, you got to take it in consideration when you think about what's going on out here, man. It's money to be made. I made some of it. A lot of people out here made some money. They're still making money. And like I said, I got 2 loads on the trailer at the truck stop right now because we got cool truck stop. They let you drive trailer. I lock my gooseneck up, come on to the house. Because my subdivision, suburb area where I'm at, they don't really like to see trailers in the driveways, which is kind of messed up to me. But hey, I do what they say do. But this video right here, man, is just touching on like 3 or 4 things that people won't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Even people on YouTube that's supposed to be giving you the information and the ups and downs and yada, yada, yada. They ain't gonna tell you they broke. They ain't gonna tell you they don't go home on the weekends because they really can't afford to. They'll sit here and tell you they made $10,000 in a week and then get to keep a $3,500 of it. Then turn around and tell you how they spent $4,500 on maintenance behind making the $3,500. And show you how they did it and where the money went and everything. And I'm looking at it like, so you spent $1,000, $1,500 7 days to run all these loads just to come home to have enough money to fix your truck? You're backwards. You're backwards. You really ain't gonna never get rich. You ain't gonna be comfortable. You're gonna steady keep trying other avenues. You ain't gonna stick to the script that you made because you see it's not working. But it's not working. But the only reason it's not working is not because you didn't have a good plan. It's your execution of the plan. And looking over your shoulder of the next man, trying to see what he writing on his paper to correct what you doing on your paper, when both of y'all running two different races. And that's the last point I'm gonna make. Be yourself. Man, be yourself. Be you. I can't be anybody else on YouTube. I can't be these people. Don't want to be these people. I'm living my best life, and I ain't got time to go back and forth with you. Hey, you know what it is. But at the same time, be yourself, man. To thy own self be true. I can't count your pocket, and you sure can't count mine. But at the same time, looking over the next man's shoulder, seeing his setups a little bit better than yours, it's always going to be a setup a little bit better than yours. Even if you had a big rig, it's somebody with a setup that makes your setup look like it's nothing. Because they've been out here, they've been grinding, they've been hustling, they've been adding little trinkets here and there onto the truck and customizing this, custom ramps on that, and lightings on this, and oh, they got drop axles and everything, lift axles and all type of stuff, flip axles and everything. Because they hustle. They leverage their money. They leverage their investment and their time, and they put it in something that everybody could see. But I bet you one thing, they took that profit home and counted that money and sat on it for a while before they start playing. So everybody want to get out here and just go make a few dollars and get the stunt, get the playing, and oh man, 6-7 months, I'm gonna go upgrade and get the brand new this, and then the 19. I ain't hating on nobody. I ain't hating on nobody. But I'm gonna tell you this. Good business is good business, and bad business ain't. You know, you come out here and as they say, mess it off and get it right back if you want to. That hard week you have will be the week that puts you out of business when they mess your whole money up. This is calculated stuff. This ain't for nobody that just want to get out here and jackball. Man, be yourself. The stuff you see me do, you might not be able to do that. You might not be able to pull it off. I'm doing 5 or 6 people job at the same time. You might not be able to pull that off, and I'm not going to even say mentally. Physically, you might not be able to pull it because I'm working 20-hour days, 18-hour days, driving 11 hours and 3, 4, 5 hours putting into the next day and the next part of the week and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why my YouTube videos, they gonna get better, but right now, that ain't my main concern. My main concern is getting content out here with some useful and helpful knowledge for these people that's out here that's looking on YouTube and get lied to. They get lied to. And there ain't no name to be called because everybody know who they are. They know where they stand. Everybody that look at their financials at the beginning of the year when they did their taxes knew where they was going this year. They knew if they was on a trend going up or a trend going down, and they knew they had to do something about either one of them to make things better. Whether they did them or not, they know in their heart whether they did or not because it translates into money in the bank. Shout it what you think. So, hey, be yourself. Do your research. Don't think you finna come out here and do what I did. I'm just saying, it's totally possible. I did it. I ain't gonna say anybody could do it, but don't think you gonna come out here and do what I did, because you don't know what I know. And until you know what's necessary to get into this, I suggest you stop, take a moment, take a breath, let the excitement wear off of new stuff and people doing stuff around you, getting money and coming up with different cars and all that type of stuff. Let that die for a second and get your mind focused up on what this really is. And it's a business. I equate this to straight hustling. This straight hustling. I'm gonna spend $1,000, $1,500 this week on diesel, and I'm gonna try and make me sell my $8,000, $5 or $6,000. I'm gonna clear with a whole lot of headroom and do it every week consistently. I've had some crazy good weeks. I ain't had no crazy bad weeks. I'd have had some crazy good weeks. I ain't had no crazy bad weeks. I'd have had some very big obstacles and circumstances come up. I still ain't had a bad week. I ain't gonna have a bad week because I'm not gonna allow it to happen. And when time passes, you will see that while everybody else is struggling, looking for a load, you got numbers in your phone where you can call these people that are out in that area that ain't even posting nothing on the load board. They trying to find somebody local to do it. You just so happen to be around and made that call because you kept them in your phone. You keep them close, and you on their email mailing list. When they get ready to drop loads for the week, they just send them to you. I'm gonna tell you like this: 50% of the stuff that I find on the load board is some of the stuff that I run, and then 10% probably from direct shippers or something like that, and then the other 40% is straight off that horn and that email with people that I already did business with. And I keep good records of the people that I already done business with. You know what I'm saying? Names and numbers and company names and last load I took, how much I made a mile on it and everything. So I know the ballpark or the mindset of the broker. When he pull up my record and he see what I do, he know I ain't running for cheap. I ain't running for high. I ain't running for sky high. I ain't running for cheap either. I'm doing what's best for me. That's why I said be yourself. And everybody out here that want to do this, man, do your research. And when you get out here, just try your hardest. Put all the effort into it you can. Get your family behind you. Get them to understand what you're trying to do. And show them that them believing in you being gone like you're going to be gone. You're doing the work that you're going to be doing. You're creating a lot of bills and expenses that you create that is all worth it. And the only way you can show them that it's all worth it is bank statement. Anything else is irrelevant. You're wasting your time. You know? So I'm going to end this video right here. 30 minutes. Yeah, it's a long talk, but anything y'all want to hear about, know about, you want to know how I made $150,000, $160,000 on the growth side and stayed above 40% profit margin and still got a fat ass maintenance account and get paid like I want to pay myself every week, bank account on swole and everything working, everybody paid, everything paid up. Hey, just get in the comments. Ask a question. It ain't going to hurt. I ain't going to belittle anybody. I won't belittle anyone for anything they ask because it takes that to get ahead out here before you put the wheels on the ground. And that's all I got to say, man. That's Jonathan with the Hotshot Haven. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there.